Hi everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with Spellbinders again, and we are going to play and be creative with their stylish script collection and a couple of items from their layered glimmer collection. So this right here is called the Geometric Floral, and this here is extremely interesting. It is called the Glimmered Botanical. Here are some of the sentiments that come from the Stylish Script collection. Some great sentiments from Happy Birthday to Thank You to Life is a Beautiful Ride and I Love You More Than Chocolate. So awesome. So I've got my system heating up here off to the side, and we are going to be doing lots of foiling and also some die cutting. So here's a fun fact. So, trying something new, because I knew what I was going to be doing to the outside, and for those of you that have seen my videos before, I really sometimes don't like putting a sentiment on the outside of my card. We do a lot of work there. So, I figured, you know what? Let's foil our sentiment on the inside of our card. It's an awesome idea. Okay, note to self. You want to make sure how the sentiment is sitting when you do that, and you'll see why. So we have that ready. That was my standard A2 size card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Going to be a top folding card. I'm now working on the panel that I'll be putting on the front of my card. So I am going to be using the gold, the Sky Bright, the Viridian, and the bright pink foil for this project. So for this frame, this creates one of those really cool frames. That's where I'm going to use the gold, and I'm going to set that in the center of this panel. Now you can see this panel is cut 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And once I have that adhered, I'm going to set that to the side. I have grown very accustomed to the whole washi tape thing with this system. I do tend to get better results. Here is the Sky Bright, and I'm going to use it for these 2 plates of the flower. And I'm going to set them down, and I'm actually going to be foiling on an aqua shade of cardstock. Again, I will use some washi tape to hold these in place as well. I am just removing some of the tackiness sometimes from the washi tape, just to make sure that it's not too tacky. Okay, yeah, I'm tired. Sorry. So we have sick humor once in a while. Now these are die cuts. So these are not going to be foiled. They're not glimmer foil plates. They're actual die cuts. And I chose a darker aqua color. I'm going to grab my green cardstock, which is great because I was able to grab some of my scraps. And I'm going to use the Viridian foil here. And this just foils the stem, the vein of the leaf. So I thought that was really cool. I'm going to use the smaller glimmer plates there, the smaller flowers. And here I'm using the bright pink. And I'm going to set them down onto that pink cardstock. So I'm kind of keeping it like a tone on tone, but there is definitely a difference. So when I mean tone on tone, I mean green on green, teal on teal, and pink on pink. But you can definitely see the difference, so that they'll stand out just a little bit. So you can see I have everything ready to die cut, foil, and all of that. Now I pulled out my plate and I'm running that through my Spellbinders 6 right now. And now remember what that is. That's my card base because I wanted to put the sentiment on the inside of my card, which is very easy to do. But remember what I said. You need to make sure that you put it on the right way. So I actually put my sentiment upside down, where I wanted it to be, which is okay because now it's just on the top. We don't throw our card away. We keep going. Yes, paper has two sides, absolutely. But when you get this far with the prep, you just got to keep going. You can see I have everything die cut, everything foiled. In some cases, I did multiple pieces. Now we're just going to have fun layering. Now, what I also did was when it came to that gold frame, I added the gold leaves that are also part of that kit or part of that packet as well. And I went right on top of the frame. So you kind of don't notice that the frame is back there. You're just seeing these leaves. You can see you've got these beautiful images from those teal flowers that you foiled. You're creating a layer with the foil, which I think is really unique, really different, because you can also see I've got those die cuts sitting up there in the right-hand corner, and they're going to add even more dimension. I'm adding in my leaves and just making sure that I have those that are foiled, and I also cut those that are not foiled. I'm going to add this final layer of the darker teal onto this flower. And you can see the moment that I put that on there, it just brings that flower to life even more when it comes to what that does, how that makes this flower just look different, give it a different look. I'm going to do the same thing with the larger one, and the same thing. It just comes to life. Think about if you use different colors for that. I mean, a yellow and a beautiful copper, or the chocolate, or the, call it brown, that brown foil, and then your die cut on top of that could also be another shade of yellow or red. The differences, as I just drop everything, would be absolutely gorgeous. So again, I'm adding in both the foiled and the non-foiled leaves to my image. I had to pick that up, so apologize about that. Just to, again, give it that texture. Give it that dimension. And we're just going to prop those in. I'm just lifting things up just a little bit. And then I have these small pinks just to give a little bit, a pop of color to this smaller flower. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. I dropped that flower down into that area. I did wait for that to dry, and I'm going to use my glue eraser to remove the residual of that glue. And that is the front. Now I'm going to cut a panel out of the darker teal, and I'm going to cut that to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because that will cover my entire card base front. But I did want this to have a very bold frame of color, which I think really helps to make these all stand out. I will use my liquid adhesive again to attach this onto my standard A2 size card base. And again, my happy birthday's just in the part that we flip up. Well, at least when it's like that, you can see it, read it the right way, and it's not upside down. Although I would have kept it upside down. It just would have been a card that I would have given probably to my sister because she would appreciate my sense of humor. So I added a few gold gems to the flowers, to the centers, and then also added lots more to the center of the larger flowers. Again, just in the different sizes, just to give it some difference. And then I'll add some gems to the open white corners of this card just to give it some more sparkle. So I do hope you enjoyed this project. I hope I certainly made you laugh, I'm sure, by putting in my sentiment upside down. But again, it happens, and it's a happy accident. It did not destroy the image or this card at all. So I do hope you enjoyed it. And again, this is from the Layered Glimmer collection, and also the sentiment is from the Stylish Script. So they will be linked down below if you just want to click on the links to check them out. Also links to their shop, to their gallery, because you've got to have all the inspiration that's possible out there for you. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave those down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe and make sure you ring the bell, because then you'll know when the next video is live and ready for you to watch. Please continue to enjoy your day, continue to stay safe and healthy, but remember what's most important for me, no matter what we do, always be creative and enjoy.